Right, this video is for people that are really struggling to be social and they're also battling with social anxiety and they're very introverted and probably quite emotionally sensitive. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe to this channel because I help you to conquer your social fears and your fears in your life so you can become fearless. I really appreciate those of you that are subscribed as well. Make sure as well you follow me on my Instagram. I give tips and advice on how you can conquer social fear and build more self-confidence. So let's get into it in this video. I really recommend for most of my videos that you take some notes, because I always give very practical tips that you can go and apply ASAP so you can see for yourself the results that you're going to get. I only ever share information which I know works, and it's not theory, it's stuff that I've put into practice, stuff that other people that I've helped have also put into practice. Right, so let's first off start off with the trap of not feeling like meeting up with people. I totally get it, because I'm a former social anxiety sufferer. Shyness, very shy growing up, even though people probably would struggle to believe that now, and very introverted, and I didn't really like being around people unless they were close friends, family, people that I felt comfortable with. So the problem with this is the defense mechanism of avoiding people because you find it stressful, which I can totally understand and emphasize with, and you don't feel comfortable around people, groups of people, or meeting up with one person or however many people it is. The problem with this is long term it's really bad for your mental health. You know, we're not built as human beings to be in isolation for really long periods of time away from people, and especially, which is the obvious thing that most people will do, they'll find a replacement, and the replacement is usually always social media. In some cases it can be pornography, and these things, they don't give you what real human connections give you. They give you the opposite. They make you feel lonely, they make you feel isolated, they make you feel indifferent, they make you feel frightened, they make you feel more anxious, they make you feel depressed, and it just can get really bad for some people, as you know. Not for everyone, but if you continue like that, it can start making you even feel suicidal. So understanding the dangers is really important. But like I said, I really do understand when you just don't feel like meeting up with people, right? I've had that many times. On a positive note, I would encourage that you do face that fear and you do meet up with someone or a group of people. But I would also say, yeah, of course, you don't want to just meet up with negative people that are going to make you feel worse. So obviously you want to meet up with people that are good people, nice people, people that you can trust or feel more trust around, and people that you've got, you know, a common interest with, a common hobbies, because that really does help. I'm going to get onto that in a second. Really good tip for conversation skills for shy, anxious people, and a tool for helping you to manage social anxiety when you're around people. So, you know, it's really understanding the negatives and the positives, and what people tend to do is, I did it for many years, we really judge ourselves and other people in situations based on our positive and negative experiences. So if you've had a lot of negative experiences with people growing up, then it's easy to take on that worldview and think that everyone is going to be like this, and every social interaction I have is going to be negative, and every relationship. You don't really want to go down that route, because that doesn't have to be true if you choose to not allow it to be true. With regards to going out, meeting new people, having new experiences, and getting those positive experiences. So getting positive experiences is really important for getting over your social anxiety, getting out of isolation, and actually enjoying being yourself and enjoying connecting and talking to other people, because it's a great feeling when you like someone and you get along and you like each other and you can talk and you can get to that level where you feel comfortable with each other and you can be vulnerable, you can be open, you don't have to feel like you have to hide stuff or you can't show yourself, and you don't have to be perfect. That's a wonderful feeling, and that's really why I make these videos, to encourage people to get out there, take action, so they can experience this feeling. So understanding the positive consequences of you pushing yourself out of your social comfort zone, facing your fear of people. So let's get onto some of the social skills that I've learned that I want to share with you that you can learn and develop. First social skill that really did help me, a couple of social skills, is practicing holding eye contact. And I know obviously for people who suffer with social anxiety, eye contact is really frightening for a lot of them and uncomfortable. I went through it. So you really just want to gradually practice that, and it will feel uncomfortable at the start. It will feel unnatural maybe, to look at someone in the eye when you're talking to them. But obviously you don't have to overly stare and be too intense. You can look away, but you don't want to, talk to someone like that for a long period of time, because you're losing connection. You can't see and feel each other emotionally and understand, read each other. So it's just practicing it, and over time it will get easier, and it's a good social skill. Eye contact immediately demonstrates confidence, that you're listening. It's better all round for building relationships, and it's a tool that you really need to learn if you want to get over social anxiety. The second social skill, which I really love and enjoy, and I hope all of you are going to feel the same way at some point, is really getting good at finding a common topic of interest between you and the person that you're speaking to. Example, well, obviously today I've found that common topic, which is social anxiety. If you're on this video, you would relate to that because you've suffered with it. I've suffered with it. I've conquered it. I want to help you to conquer it. So I found that common topic of interest. But when you're talking to someone new, then you want to find it doesn't matter what topic it is, as long as it's something that you're both interested in. It could be self-help, it could be fitness and training, it could be business, it could be traveling, it could be relationships, it could be politics, whatever you're interested in. And what happens is, when you find that common topic, what I find happens with two people always happens to me, and I can observe the other person. You actually get so into the conversation, you get out of your head, both of you. You stop feeling self-conscious about what the other person may be thinking about you and how you're coming across, and all of your anxious tics and fears you're worried about displaying them. All that just seems to disintegrate. It seems to vanish. And then you get a lot more present in the conversation. It really does sort of feel like time stops. It kind of feels like everything around you, you're not even thinking about it. You're no longer focusing on the fear of what someone thinks about you, if they're thinking negative things, and how you're coming across. And you can express yourself more, and you enjoy it. That's the most important thing. I want to remind a lot of people who battle with social anxiety that just because you have social anxiety, it doesn't mean that you can't enjoy talking to people. You actually can. A lot of the fears we have lie, a lot of our relationships to fear, which is why on this channel I educate, I motivate, I inspire, and I give you the tools to go out so you can build your confidence and get over your fears. So practice that. Think about that. The next time you're in a social situation, think about finding a topic as quick as you can. You don't have to stress yourself out, that you and that person are both passionate about. Another example, if you're passionate about YouTube, or if you're both passionate about watching a certain film or series, and these are all basic, kind of obvious social skills, but sometimes when you're going through a lot of anxiety, you forget about these natural behaviours. So they're all honest behaviours. So the eye contact, the first one, and then finding a common topic of interest. The third one is practicing listening skills. Believe it or not, a great way to take the stress and the anxiety off yourself in a social situation is to listen to the other person. Focus on what they're saying. Focus on, as best as you can, where they're coming from. And when I say where they're coming from, I mean in regards to what they're trying to get across. Be more empathetic. Don't fake any of this stuff. I don't teach that. That's ridiculous. Genuinely want to listen. And people will really appreciate that, and that will really help you to reduce or beat social anxiety, and you can have a better connection with that person. And if you listen to someone and they see that you care and you're listening, when it's your turn to speak, they will listen to you. It's all, the way you treat others and stuff like that is how they'll treat you generally, right? So these are really basic but powerful social skills that are going to help you to be more social and get over isolation and social anxiety. That's really important. Fourth tip is learning to relax and laugh. and show your personality and express yourself more, and don't be so uptight in the conversation and don't be so rigid. Obviously there's some situations socially where there's restrictions, maybe if you're in the workplace, different rules, but if you're meeting up with people and it's not in a formal setting, then you can, you know, laugh more, show your personality. That usually breaks the tension or the awkwardness. I've covered in one of my other videos on the channel. I'll leave a link, how to get over awkwardness for guys that are talking to women or people in general. I talked about that, so you should check that video out, which is on the channel. I'll put a link here so you can go onto it on the card section. So that's really important. Now the next thing I want to share, I know I might have shared it before, I'll share it again, some of you might have missed it. It's such a wonderful feeling when you've faced your social fear, you've gone and met someone or a group of people, you've enjoyed the experience and you've come home and you feel great about yourself because you beat your social anxiety, because you were social, because you took action, because you had a good time with another person, you enjoyed their company. It might be a long-term friendship. And it makes you feel good and it gives you confidence going forward. Then you say to yourself, well, if I beat it today, if I could go and meet someone and control my anxiety and I had a great time, I can do it again. And of course you can do it again. And that's onto my other tip of momentum. That's why, social anxiety, the more social you are, generally, the less anxiety you're going to have. It's quite a scientific, not formula, probably a scientific precedent, right? I know there's some rare cases, some people have very bad trauma and they might need professional therapy, but generally, in my experience, the more social you are, the less anxiety. Most of social anxiety comes from avoiding social situations, and people don't get that practice to develop their tools, their social skills, and they don't get their confidence up. So you really want to practice this. So I'll leave it as that for the video. I think I shared enough today, right? I don't want to overwhelm people. Practice these things and focus on always what am I going to gain for going out and meeting people. That's your incentive. Don't focus on the negative, because it will always try and isolate you and keep you away from people. And then you end up feeling worse about yourself and then you don't gain any confidence. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I really enjoyed making it. Let me know in the box below which part of the video was really helpful for you, or if there's other areas that you want me to speak on regarding social anxiety, fears in general in life, and I'll do my best to cover the video, alright? Become fearless, like and share this page, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and share the video with any friend that this could help who might be going through anxiety or shyness, alright? Become fearless.